Good morning. Continuing with our chapter surface areas and volumes, today let's study another solid, that is right circular cone. Now, as the word cone strikes, the very first thing which comes in our mind is the ice cream cone, and our mouth feels watery. Yes, you are right. It is an example of right circular cone only. So let's understand first what is exactly a right circular cone. A right circular cone is a solid generated by revolving a line segment which passes through a fixed point and makes a constant angle with a fixed point. Now, according to the definition, a right circular cone is made when a line segment which is fixed at one point is revolved, that is rotated, and when it is rotated, this line segment is rotated, it makes a constant angle with a fixed point. Means the part from which the line segment is fixed, when this is rotated, the angle which is made by on the different points which give a circular shape is constant, means that angle will remain the same and it will be a right angle. So the name is given as right, and as we rotate or revolve a line segment, we will get a circular shape in the base. So the name is given as right circular cone. In other words, if a right angle triangle is revolved about one of the two sides forming a right angle, keeping the other side fixed in position, then the solid so obtained by segments is called a right circular cone. You can think in another way also, that suppose a right angle triangle. Now the best example of a right angle triangle, you can take a set square, bigger set square. If you take that bigger set square and then let it be stand in a vertical position, the longer side should let the longer side stand at the vertical position, and the smaller line segment will be the horizontal part. So when you keep it the set square in a vertical position state with the longer line segment, and let it be pressed so that the longer line segment end point is fixed, and start revolving the set square from the upper free end. Now as you revolve this set square, you will see that when it is revolving, on whatever point it is moving, all the points you will always get a right angle, and the shape which is formed by revolving that set square will be circular at the base. So it is given that if a right angle triangle is revolved about one of the two sides forming a right angle, keeping the other side fixed in position, then the solid so obtained by segments is called a right circular cone. You can see in the figure that as shown in figure, a right angle triangle OPA on revolving about the line segment OP generates a right circular cone in which ABC is a circle. Yes, in the figure you can see, as I said, you can take a set square. So this is the set square. One of its longer side already I have said let it be vertical, and the horizontal let it be down. Now this end is fixed, and when we start revolving from this position, when we rotate from this position, you get this circular base down, and wherever it rotates, on whatever point of the circle it rotates, you will always get this as 90 degree. This will remain 90 degree with whatever points it is coming on the circular base. Yes. The circle ABC is called the base of the cone. This is base is always circular in shape, so the circle ABC is called the base of the cone. This is the base of the cone, this circle part. This is the base of the cone. Then the length of the line segment joining the vertex to the center of the base is called the height, which is denoted by h of the cone. Now you can see in the figure that a line segment, this is the line segment OP, you can say. This line segment joins the vertex with the center part of the circle, which is the base. So this is called as height as mentioned. It is also known as axis, and this is your height also, which is denoted by h. Then another is the line segment, the length of the line segment joining the vertex to any point on the circular edge of the base is called the slant height, which is denoted as small l of the cone. Let's see in the figure. According to the definition, what is the definition of slant height? That a line segment which joins the vertex, the length of a line segment which joins the vertex with any point on the circular edge of the base, that is called slant height, which is denoted by small l. This is also your slant height. Suppose if you are rotating some another side, and if you get a line segment like this on a edge, then this will be also your slant height only. And here AP, this AP is nothing but the radius of the circular base. Here you can say radius of the cone also. Thus, the radius AP of the base circle is called radius, which is denoted by small r of the cone. Now, there is some relation given between this slant height, radius, and height of the cone. Let L be the slant height, R be the radius, and H be the height of the cone. The relation between L, R, and H is L square equal to R square plus H square. That is, square of slant height is equal to sum of square of radius and square of height. Or you can also find the slant height by using the formula L equal to under root R square plus H square. This is very useful formula where the height of the cone is given, and we use only most probably slant height only to find out the surface areas of the cone. So where slant height is missing, height will be given, and from using that height and radius we can find the slant height by using the formula L equal to under root R square plus H square. Now, curved surface area of a cone, that is CSA. For a cone having slant height L and base radius R, the curved surface area is given by curved surface area of a cone, that is CSA of a cone, equal to half into L, that is slant height, into 2 pi R. Here we are applying the general formula only to find out the area of a triangle, that is half base into height. Here half is written as it is. As the base is in the circular form, we count the circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi R, and here the height is taken as slant height only, because while rotating the slant height changes every time. So we have to take here the slant height as the height. So we write equal to half into L into 2 pi R. Solving further we will get, therefore CSA, that is curved surface area of a cone, equal to pi R L square units. Here this 2 will cut, so pi R L will be remaining. So CSA for cone equal to pi R L square units. Yes, again here square units is not written, so please mention square units. This is necessary to mention this. Now total surface area of a cone, that is TSA. If the base of the cone is to be closed, then a circular piece of paper of radius r is also required. Therefore, total surface area of a cone equal to curved surface area of a cone plus area of a base. Now you know that cone is made up of two shapes, that is one triangular part and one circular part. So we count to summation of two things as the total surface area, because total surface area is nothing but the sum of the areas of whatever shapes is used to make that given solid. So we take one triangular part and one circle. Now for triangular part we are taking curved surface area of a cone, and for the circular part we count the area of the base, that is equal to pi RL plus pi r square, because CSA of a cone is given by pi RL, and area of a base, as it is circular, we write pi r square. Now taking out pi r common, we will get equal to pi r into L plus r. Therefore total surface area of a cone, that is TSA of a cone, equal to pi r into L plus r square units. Yes. Based on this, let's solve exercise 13.3. So exercise 13.3 is based on surface areas of right circular cone. Question number 1. Diameter of the base of a cone is 10.5 centimeter and its slant height is 10 centimeter. Find its curved surface area. Now, according to the question, it is given that we have to find out curved surface area. So we need two things, that is slant height and radius, because the formula to find out curved surface area is pi RL. Now slant height is already given 10 centimeter, but radius is not given. So first we will, as diameter is given, first from the diameter we will find the radius and then use the values to find out the curved surface area of a cone. Here diameter is equal to 10.5 centimeter, therefore radius r equal to 10.5 upon 2, that is equal to 5.25 centimeter, because radius is always half of the diameter of a circle. Also slant height is given, L is given as 10 centimeter. Therefore curved surface area of a cone, that is CSA of a cone, equal to pi RL. Inserting the values we get equal to 22 upon 7 into 5.25 into 10. Solving further we will get equal to 22 upon 7 into 525 upon 100 into 10. Now we can cut 0, 0 and 525 will be cut with 7, and then whatever numbers are remaining, when we multiply we get the product 165. Therefore curved surface area of a cone is 165 centimeter square. Next, question number 2. Find the total surface area of a cone if its slant height is 21 meter and diameter of its base is 24 meter. In this question, slant height and diameter is given and we have to find total surface area of cone. Again we need radius, so first we will find out radius from the given diameter. Here slant height L equal to 21 meter, diameter is equal to 24 meter, therefore radius r equal to 24 divided by 2, that is equal to 12 meter. Now to find out total surface area for the cone, we use the formula pi r into L plus r. Therefore TSA of a cone equal to pi r into L plus r. Inserting the values of slant height and radius, we will get equal to 22 upon 7 into 12 into 21 plus 12. First, according to rules, first we have to solve the brackets. Therefore we solve further, equal to 22 upon 7 into 12 into 33, because 21 plus 12 is 33. Further solving will get equal to 1244.57 meter square. Therefore, total surface area of a cone is 1244.57 meter square. Question number 3. Curved surface area of a cone is 308 centimeter square and its slant height is 14 centimeter. Find radius of the base and total surface area of the cone. In this question, curved surface area of a cone is given and its slant height is given. And we have to find first radius of the base, and for whatever radius we will obtain, using that radius we have to find the total surface area of the cone. Now we can easily find the radius as the curved surface area is given because and slant height is given. So here slant height L equal to 14 centimeter, curved surface area of a cone equal to 308 centimeter square. Now we know that curved surface area formula is pi r L. So we write pi r L equal to 308. Inserting the values we get 22 upon 7 into r into 14 equal to 308. We have to find out here radius r. So we insert the values, whatever remaining values are there. Now as we have to find the value of radius, we will transpose the remaining numbers on the right hand side. Therefore r equal to 308 multiplied by 7 upon 22 into 14. On calculating, we will get r equal to 7 centimeter. Therefore radius is 7 centimeter. Next question number 2, we have to find the total surface area of a cone. Therefore TSA of a cone equal to pi r into L plus r. Inserting the values we get equal to 22 upon 7 into 14 plus 7. That is equal to 22 upon 7 into 7 into 21. That is equal to 462 centimeter square. Dear students, remaining question of this exercise we will solve in next lecture, and please copy all these in your regular CW. Thank you.